Hey, what's up, guys? Hoping that you guys will be able to help me out with a problem that I'm experiencing using Remote Tech's flight computer. The problem is that when the flight computer executes a pre-programmed maneuver node, towards the end of the burn, the probe will spin basically wildly out of control. I guess the higher the thrust-weight ratio is on the engine, the more it spins out of control, chasing after the maneuver node's prograde, the blue indicator on the nav ball. So I've got the thrust-weight ratio set down to about 2 to 1. So I'll show you that right now. The thrust is limited to 72.5% of the total engine's output. Also, I've got the gimbal locked, as told to do by some other people on the KSP forums. I'm going to demonstrate this issue, and then after the demonstration, I want to execute the exact same maneuver node using the exact same spaceship, using MechJeb's maneuver planner, and show you how perfectly and elegantly that maneuver is executed using MechJeb. I guess the complaint here is that this maneuver execution is just using Remote Tech, and its flight computer is just really sloppy. It's very imprecise and doesn't work very well. It's it has a hard time maintaining its direction while during the burn. It kind of bounces around. I'll go ahead and show you what I mean here. Time warp a little bit. Okay, it'll face prograde, and it overshoots a little bit. It's got to come back to the blue indicator. It found it, and we'll go ahead and time warp. We lost connection, and then here we go. Okay, you see it just jumped off the prograde by a huge margin. It took several seconds to come back, and it's kind of bouncing around there. And again, the engine's gimbal is locked. We've got more than sufficient SAS. I've got a 1.5 meter reaction wheel. It's the small inline reaction wheel, and then I used tweak scale to increase the size, so it's got like I think an 8.0 torque, and then it starts chasing after the prograde, and then watch, now it starts spinning. It overshot. I'm still burning. The engine speed is going up and down, and we're just wasting all kinds of delta V. Apoapsis is changing constantly. We're up to 3,000. The target apoapsis was 2863, and it's just spinning, and it'll do this until we run out of delta V. I don't think a thrust-weight ratio of 2.0 was unreasonable. Anything less than that, the maneuver just takes a long time. Alright, so we ran out of delta V, and there we go. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and reset this, and we'll do the same thing using MechJeb. I'm going to activate the engine. I'm going to turn the gimbal lock on. I'm going to set the thrust-weight ratio right around 2.0. You know what? I tell you what. Let's just go ahead and set the thrust-weight ratio all the way high. 2.83, almost 3.0 thrust-weight ratio, which is higher than what we did before. To show you that it's not a problem with thrust-weight ratio, and we'll go ahead and execute the node. Again, I'm using MechJeb this time to execute the node. Perfect acquisition of node prograde. It jumps off just a little bit initially, but it instantly comes back. We've got a thrust weight ratio of 2.83. This is executing that same maneuver using MechJeb. And there it is. That is a very elegant node execution. No spinning around, and that's it. We've got 2862.2, which is a very reasonable margin of error. The reason I want to use the flight computer is because I want to be able to execute maneuvers when I don't have a connection back to the Space Center. So I'm hoping that somebody can help me out. Maybe there's an update that the developer can come out with for remote tech. Please help. Thanks for any help that you guys can provide.